Welcome to tutorial number 2 in the DaVinci Bridge series, and in this tutorial we are going to model what I'm referring to as a notched stick. And on the screen in front of you, you can see where we're headed. We're going to try and make the bridge as you saw it in class, and the part we're going to try and make in this tutorial is one of these sticks. So the question is, what are the dimensions of the stick? How big is the stick? Where do the notches go? So I've got a drawing here that I made from one of the sticks that you can see. Like, here's the stick here, and these are all the measurements of the stick. So we'll be using this as we go. But the first thing we want to do is start a new project. So we're going to go to File and New Design. And once you're in the new project, don't forget, good thing to do out of the gate is save it. So we're going to call this DaVinci Bridge. And you should save it into your engineering folder that you're using and you used in the last video. And we'll hit save. There we go. And it should change its name. So, next part. Where do we begin? Well, we know that we're making a component, so we're going to right click and go new component, just like we did in the basics video. We're going to call this one notched sticks. And notice it's plural. We'll leave that. Push OK. And then this is going to be our organizer for all of the sticks we're going to need. We're going to need 10 of them. So we're going to, again, on this, though, this time, on your notch sticks component, you're going to right click and go new component. And this one is going to be, just call it stick, and that'll be good. Okay, and notice it puts a little stick and a 1 at the end, so that'll help us later. Okay, so on stick, make sure it's active, and this is where we're going to start to draw. So let's create our sketch. Let's choose a plane that's appropriate for making. Now I think we're going to look at it from the front. So there's the right hand view, there's the front view. Let's click the front view here. That's how we're going to draw this. So I'm on the front view and I'm sketching. You know this because it says finish sketch. And we're going to create a rectangle that's the size of our stick. So let's go back and have a look at the drawing. And we can see that it's 12 3/4 inches long and 3/4 of an inch high. So that's what we want to go for here. So we're going to head back to our, well, that's the bridge, sorry. We're going there. Now we're here. We're now going to create a rectangle. And it's going to be a center rectangle off of the origin again. And it's going to be, I seem to be having the height box active, so we'll say 0.75. You can put in 3/4 if you want. And this one is 12.75. Enter. And just to check, I'll go back here and go, yep, 12 3/4 by 0.75. There we are. Okay, so now we're going to extrude this. So click on it, hit E for extrude, and it lost my blue again, so I got to click one more time on it. Now I'll pull it out and I'll give it 0.75 for a distance. And now I have a 3/4 by 3/4 inch, 12 3/4 long stick. We are now going to make another sketch on the stick. So keep it active over here. Pick sketch and click on the front face of the stick this time, not the planes option over here. We're actually going to click on the component itself and click on its front face. And now we're going to make some circles on this. So the first thing is we're going to make a circle that's in the middle of this edge. So head up to circle. If you don't see it here, you can get it under here, or what I prefer to do is I'll push C on my keyboard, and that gets me drawing circles. You can see my cursor changed. Now, as I slide along this edge, I should see an X. That means it can reference that edge. It can see the edge. And when I get near the middle, you'll see a triangle. That's the symbol in Fusion for you found middle. So click there. Then pull out the circle. Now the question is how far? If I go back to my other drawing there, you can see that the diameter is 1/2 inch, and I'm going to need 3 of these. So I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to drawing my circle. On the edge at middle, click and pull. And 0.5 is my distance. Push enter. Now, the other circles come on the other side here, and I'm just going to draw them anywhere for now. I'm going to push circle, And I'm just going to click on that edge, make sure you're referencing the edge, and then pull out and push or key in 0.5 and hit enter. And then we're going to head over here and make another one, circle. I use C on my keyboard again, enter. There we go. So I've got circles, but they are not in the right place, those ones. So I have to put them in the right place. I'm going to go reference my drawing again. It says they should be 4 3/4 inches away from the center circle. Now the center circle is locked. It's fully constrained. See how these ones are blue? That means I can click on them and drag them around. They can't come off the line, which means I attach them to the line, which means they're partially constrained. But until they have a set distance left and right, I can move them. This one I cannot move because it is locked to center of that line. Now I'm going to push D on my keyboard and it comes up. Here, I'm going to hit escape for a second first. D on my keyboard. And if you look at the cursor, it's got what looks like a little measurement lines, 2 arrows and lines at either side. So what we're going to do is pick one circle, the middle one, and then pick an outer circle, click it, and then pull up. And you should get a measurement. And this was supposed to be, if we look at it, 4 3/4. So go back to it and make it 4.75. There we go. And we'll do the same to the other side. So if we remember, it was D on the keyboard for dimensioning. Pick one circle and the other. The center one cannot move because it's fully constrained. So the outer one will. 4.75. So now we have the distances correct for those notches. If you didn't get something right, you can always double click a measurement and re-enter it. So hit escape to get out of that. Escape, you use escape a lot in Fusion, so get used to doing that. Next step, I'm going to extrude these through this piece, which means click this part of the circle. Actually, maybe I'll do it this way. No, I'll do it this way. I know how. There's many ways to do things in Fusion. I'm arguing with myself right now. So I'm going to click this half of the circle. I'm going to hold Shift on my keyboard, and I'm going to click this half of that circle, and I'm going to hold Shift and click this on that circle. By holding Shift, I can click multiple things. If you forget to hold Shift and you just start clicking around, it will forget the previous one and just highlight the one you just recently clicked. So holding Shift, 1, holding Shift, 2, holding Shift, 3. Then push Extrude, E on your keyboard. And then we'll go to 3D mode here, and we'll see the arrow. See that arrow? And I'm going to pull it through. It's extruding, and it's going to cut that out. And I could do that, but it's a little sloppy. Here's a better way to do this. We could tell it a distance. We know this is 3/4, so we could extrude 3/4, and that would work. Here's a better way though. Instead of a distance, let's say extrude to the object. When I do that, I pick this other face, the opposite face, and now it will always extrude to that opposite face. The advantage to this is if I ever change this width, this hole will still go all the way through to the other side. So anyway, there's my stick, and that's all I need right now. On to the next tutorial.